Hey, this is Pierre Delacote working at Planet Technologies. Today I was playing with List, and as you know, List is a new component in Office 365 that works pretty well with Teams, and I was trying to leverage List in a funny use case. So trying to make a list of French cheeses, there's probably over 200, I don't know exactly the number. So as you can see, I didn't do it all. I just started to do this in the list. And the benefit of a list um, is that you can have add some visuals, some links. It's pretty easy to use. So the way you can create a list is in a team. So you're going to your channel, you're gonna add a tab, and you're gonna go to the list, and then that creates a new tab, and it's going to ask you if you want to create a list or just add an existing one. So I'm not going to go all through the process, but do you have a list of lists that are already made by Microsoft that comes very handy? You can start, that's what I did. You can start with a blank list, or you can import from an Excel file or from another existing list. So that's how I did it. I used this to create a list from blank, and because I like to understand what it can do. So I created a to list. First, I was not obliged to do that, but just wanted to see if it was possible, just to illustrate how you do it. So I created a list of type of milk that are used in cheeses. Um, and a French cheese list. And the French cheese list is the one I want to work with mainly. So as you can see, there's several columns, so it's pretty easy. If you want to add a column, you go there, you choose the type of list. So I choose image to be able to add an image directly into the list. Add hyperlink to be able to put a link to Wikipedia. But there's a lot of other type of column in the list, and I also choose location just to explain where it was created. So then you just, if you want to, when you start to create your list, you just have to go into the new item or in edit grid. Edit grid will allow you to upload everything. So I'd rather go with a new item here. It will open a window where you can enter, for example, I'm going to do the Roquefort. I don't know how you pronounce it. Roquefort in French. I'm going to add an image. So I downloaded the image. I think I did. Let me check. No, probably somewhere. No, I don't see any Roquefort. So I have the Roquefort here. So I'm going to right click on the image on Wikipedia, save the image here. I'm going to also copy the URL of Wikipedia. So now I should have the Roquefort. And I'm going to enter the Wikipedia URL. I'm going to enter an alternative text. I'm going to select the milk. So I'm going to show you in a second how I did that. This is special. You cannot do that in Teams. So what is the milk for Roquefort? Good question. It's sheep. Let's go for sheep. And where is it made? Let's try the city of Roquefort. Is there a city of Roquefort? I hope it's there. So whatever. I enter that. I think I did it all. And now I have the picture. I have the view on Wikipedia. Um, I know it's what kind of make it is. I don't know why it doubles the column, but and I have a department. Hopefully it's the right one. I'm not sure. I can filter, searching for specific only cow cheese, um, and I can do that on a lot of columns. Um, I can sort. Um, so that's the benefit of a team of a list in teams. So how did I do this column department? Because actually I choose location, um, and there's that with that comes something else, but only in SharePoint. Also, how did I how did I create a column that was linked to another list? Because here I don't see. I could have done choice, and here I could have list since there were only three type of milk. I could have listed here. I could have said goat, cow, and sheep. Um, I could have done that, and then it will have had that. And same thing. If I wanted this, edit this, I could have choose from here. So if you don't have a lot of choice, that's probably what I should have done. Here I connected to another list. So how did I connect it to another list? So to do that, you need to open your list in SharePoint because SharePoint brings more features. So here, when you want to add a new column, you have the same kind of column actually. You see there? So it's the same thing. But if you go into the advanced settings of a list here, you can see that here this not so friendly user interface, but you can create a column. And here there's a lookup column. So that means it's going to look up in another list. And that's where you're going to see all the lists that are in your team site. So that's what I did, basically. So if you have to nested lists, that's how you do it. You create your list first, and then you go into the advanced settings, and then you can, connect two lists together. Also, on the SharePoint side, there's a little bit more here, because if I hover this, you're gonna see that as it's a place, and it's gonna show me a Bing interface. So now if I click here, it's gonna show me where is Lot et Garonne, and I have the map. So there's, still some things that you can't do in Teams, but you can do in SharePoint. It's really advanced things. Probably will come after a while, but Teams is really well integrated with lists. You can easily create a list from Teams. You can connect your list directly in Teams. You can import it. You have several templates. This is a use case that you're probably not going to leverage, but you can, through this use case, I guess you can imagine your own use cases, like a list of, I don't know, customers or projects or whatever, and enhance the columns you want, and have a a lot of features available directly in Teams, but you can, by opening in SharePoint, you can do more. Um, and it's pretty useful also because you can, if you want to analyze, for example, the data in your list, you can export, and then you can do many other things in Power Automate, and even Power BI can, I guess, import lists and do some data analysis on this list. So take a look at list. It's probably very useful when you have to manage a list. We we used to heavily use Excel when we manage the list, and Excel is still the prime tool. But you see, for that kind of example, embedding image, embedding locations, and nesting with other lists, it's probably better to do that in list, and it's really well integrated in Teams. Hope this was helpful.